People talk of many addictions and going to rehabilitation centers. Today, I'm going to talk about emotional addiction, which is slightly different from other addictions, although the effect of the addiction is the same. We all live in a toxic age, toxic era, as I call it. I call it toxic era because all our actions today are towards mental intoxication. Why do I say mental intoxication? It is so temporary in nature that even before I know, I'm out of that desire or that object. I would always recommend to my students when I talk to them about this, I say that, for example, your television set has so many channels, hundreds of channels you have gathered. But do you watch all the channels at the same time? Or do you really need to watch different channels? The answer is no. You choose. You click on the channel that you want. You click on the channel that you desire to watch. And that determines your desire, your personality, and your character. Same way, like for example, a person who keeps watching the sports channel. You come to know that that person is very fond of sports, he loves to play sports, he admires the sportsmen, all of that. Some people love to watch only the mega serials that go on in all the channels. The mega serials are interesting. You know why? I don't want to deal, because it's a toxic generation that we are living in, or toxic era, that I don't want to deal with my own problems because I don't have the mental strength to face my own problems. So mega serials are like, I like to peep into somebody else's house and see what's going on. And that makes me very happy. If a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are fighting, I feel very happy that I'm not the only one who is going through this, the whole world is going through that. If there is a fight between the husband and wife, I gloat on that. By doing this, I have developed a kind of a negative emotion inside me. As a man, or as human beings, we've all developed a negative emotion. And how do I handle this negative emotion? I do not know. That's why you need the life and living skills to handle stuff in your life. But what are the things that are really worrying this generation or this era? I often find people talking about, oh, I'm so hurt. I feel so hurt. I said, what are you hurt about? Who hurt you? The answer may be anything. My mother hurt me, my in-laws hurt me, or my child hurt me, or my husband hurt me. Why that hurt? What is that wound you are nurturing? The hurt is always about the past because it's already over. And you are only bringing that past to the present. You are dragging that past to the present, and you are all the time redecorating that hurt in the form of a wound. And you want to cherish that wound. This is what I call an addiction. There are different types of addictions, because my desire is also an addiction to me. And when it becomes, what do I mean by desire addiction? It's called the binding desires. How it's spoken in the Gita, long time ago, Lord Krishna speaks about the binding desires. And the binding desires are the ones which are controlling my life. And when I am controlled by these binding desires, obviously I am going to be hurt, because I am not going to live with those desires forever. And all these things, all these greed, lust, desire, whatever it is, all these aspects become a kind of weakness for me. Jivan Jivanasya Bhojanam. I'm just diverting a little bit to give you an example. One life becomes the food for the other. That's what it means. And you know, in the animal kingdom, it's very common. In the insect world, also it is very common. Mineral world, also it is very common. Then the saint asked, what is the food for man? What is eating man? The food for man can be many things. He can also eat animals. But what is going to eat him? He is also one of the lives. So what is the bhojanam for this Jivan? Then the Lord answered him, said, do you really need another life to eat you? Your own mind is the killer. Because he is killing you every day. What a beautiful form of explanation. I don't think we need any other explanation for this, my friends. It is your mind which is a killer for you. And when I know that this mind is a killer, I get addicted to so many things, so many emotions. When I say emotions, I mean right from your relationships. I cannot live without this friend. I cannot live without this man. I cannot live without this woman. That's why you have the suicide rates going up today. Because there is no control, there is no, like in Hindi they say, there is no kabu. There is no discipline in your head to know that what I am doing in my mind, what I am creating in my mind is what is actually killing me, is what is destroying me, destroying my dignity, destroying my value. But I don't want to listen to all this because it doesn't work for me, because my actions are always oriented towards intoxication. So I want this temporary intoxication, the temporary happiness, and I go for it. And then I go from pillar and post searching for peace. I ask people, how do I get peace of mind? Like in my satsangs, very often when I put them the question, what is it? What is the goal of your life? What is it that you're working for? The answer is, oh, I want happiness and I want peace of mind. These two are the common things that are always told to me. And I said, happiness, I understand, because you will get those little happiness in the world that you want to. But what will you do when the happiness turns around and then you find something painful there? You talk about your goal being happiness. I understand that. It's fair enough that whether it is temporary or permanent, happiness is happiness and that's what you want. But when the happiness turns around and becomes sorrow at some point in your life, how do you handle it? Are you equipped to handle? My living skill classes will teach you that. For example, when you live your life, you have your changing seasons. You have your summer followed by rain, then the rain is followed by autumn, autumn is followed by winter, then comes all over the spring, then you have your summer. In all these seasons, you prepare yourself to face that season. You prepare yourself when there is rain, you bring out your umbrellas and you bring out your raincoats and you put them inside. And when it's winter, you bring out all your woolen clothes, woolen shawls, boots and everything to protect yourself from these changing seasons. What is preventing you from preparing yourself for your changing life? What is stopping you? Do you need any guru to tell you this? Do you need any teacher to tell you this? You have your own intellect, you have your own intelligence. Think. My way of teaching, my way of life and living skill course is to help you to think, to help you to understand, to create self-confidence in yourself so your soul becomes your own guru. When I say your soul becomes your own guru, it is like a classroom. Why do I go when I'm a child? I go to the school every day or I go to the college every day because that's my learning period. Afterwards, after I leave the college and I have acquired my degree, I stop going there because I feel I'm learned. I feel I know everything. I know the subject, but actually not. Your living skills tell you that you're not yet ready. When you go into depression, when you go into stress, you go into unmanageable grief, you go into sorrow, your life tells you, you haven't learned enough, my friend. You have to learn more. But there is no classroom for that I can go every day and learn. My students ask me, where do I go and learn? We can only come for your satsang once a week. You're not doing it every day. I just laugh at them. I tell them, you know where is the classroom? Every man has got a classroom within himself. Do you know this? Every man has got a classroom. Because he knows, it's just that he's not accepting it. He knows, he understands. He's good at tapping that. All you have to do is start thinking and tapping that. The classroom is within you. And it is your job to visit that classroom every single day. But madam, we don't have time. We don't have time to think. You have time to feel bad. You have time to feel hurt. You have time to feel sorrowful. But you have no time to correct, no time to heal yourself. Friends, please think about it. My dear listeners, I'm talking something about you and me. Visit your classroom that is residing inside you. And the classroom is run by your Atma, by the all-knowing, all-pervading soul who knows the past, who knows the present, who knows the future. When you do this, the toxins can be probably removed. The toxins can be probably reduced from your mind. And the rehabilitation center is not only the classroom within you, because not too many people can do that, because they need support, they need help. When you need help and support, all you have to do is turn to your bhakti, turn to your prayers. I'm sure every individual in this world at some point says, every youngster also says, oh my God. There is nobody in this world who doesn't say, oh my God. Please reach out to Him. Reach out to the God that you understand. Reach out to the God that you know or you feel you know. And you see how your life can turn, because there are no miracles, my friends, in this world. Nobody can perform miracles. And what is the purpose of performing miracles? You tell me. What is the purpose? If I show you a miracle, what is the purpose? It's not going to help your life in any way. Your suffering or your happiness or your acceptance of your life is going to be the same. Trust me, the miracles are performed by tantrics. We don't need them. All we need is your own strength and your own power to rehabilitate yourself. And the rehabilitation is very essential for a mind that is totally